UFC president Dana White just apologized for slapping his wife. What happened? Well, like and subscribe and watch the full video to find out as we dive into why Dana White slapped his wife. Well, this incident happened apparently on New Year's Eve when Dana White and his wife of 26 years, Ann White, were celebrating on New Year's Eve with friends in El Squidro in Mexico in a private club. However, at midnight, things took a turn for the worst when the couple were in a VIP area above the dance floor, and when Dana White leaned over to say something to his wife, Ann, she turned and immediately slapped Dana White in the face, to which Dana, obviously enraged, immediately hit her back across the face. Luckily, their friends were there and they pulled them apart, and you can even hear someone in the background saying, "Dana," as people were just separating them. Here, you can even watch the video for yourself. Now, obviously, this clip was leaked by TMZ, but you can tell that this wasn't just a slap from Dana White. If it was just a slap, then I'd be more sympathetic towards Dana because his wife hit him first, and then he's drunk and he instinctually hit her back. But he went way overboard. He not only slapped her, but he slapped her again, grabbed her by the throat, and then tossed her onto the floor. Yeah, I do understand that both of them are drunk, but what Dana White did was a complete and massive overreaction. It's also clear that the two were having a good time before Dana whispered something into his wife's ear. Then the clip cuts to both of them being devastated and in a somber mood before things escalated into a full-on fight. Now, I don't want to speculate on what caused them to have this fight in the first place, but if I was a betting man, I suspect that Dana White might have cheated on his wife. Maybe. I'm not saying this is 100% what happened, but judging the look on his wife's face and how he tried to say something and she immediately hit him. Like, I've been around the block. I've seen how women react to stuff. And to me, this is a clear sign that Dana White messed up, and he confessed that to his wife on New Year's Eve, and she took massive offense to it. And he felt sorry. He tried to, reassure her and tried to make her feel better and tried to console her. But she was insulted and she turned around and slapped him in the face. Once again, this is all conjecture, but this is pretty much the conclusion I came to. However, we still have to wait on what Dana White says on the incident, but he has already apologized about it. And the clip once again got leaked by TMZ, where Dana White is basically explaining the situation and talking about how he already showed his kids the clip. I'll let y'all go ahead and watch it because, I think it explains itself,
I'm in Cabo, Mexico, for the holidays with my family. And my wife and I were out Saturday night on New Year's Eve. And, unfortunately, that's what happened. I'm one of the guys, you've heard me say for years, there's never, ever an excuse for a guy to put his hands on a woman. And now here I am on TMZ talking about it. But my wife and I have been married for almost 30 years. We've known each other since we were 12 years old. We've obviously been through some shit together. And we've got 3 kids. And, this is one of those situations that's, horrible. I'm embarrassed, but it's also one of those situations that is, right now, we're more concerned about our kids. We have 3 kids, and obviously since the video popped up, we've shown the kids the video, and we're more focused on our family right now. People are going to have opinions on this, and most of the people's opinions would be right, and especially in my case, you don't you don't put your hands on a woman ever. My wife and I obviously love each other. We've been together for a very long time. We've known each other since we were very little, and this is just one of those unfortunate situations.
You were at a place in Cabo that where alcohol flows.
Yeah, I mean, Dana, what we were told by people who were in the club, that it, at least to them, seemed that there was a lot of alcohol involved in this situation.
There was definitely a lot of alcohol involved, but that's no excuse. I literally am making no excuses for this thing at all. It's never happened before. It's the first time that it's ever happened, and people are going to say what they're going to say. It's just is what it is, and whatever people do say, it's deserved. I deserve it. It happened. I don't know why it happened, and my wife and I have apologized to each other. We've apologized to our kids, and this is one of those things that everybody's going to chime in. I could care less what anybody else thinks about this. Right now, what we're more concerned about are our kids and taking care of our family.
In the video that we've seen, it seems like this what started and was over in less than a minute. Is that haven't seen any video beyond that? Is it fair to say that this ended? How did this situation end?
That was the beginning of it and the end of it, and we're still on vacation. Everything. You're talking about somebody who is, her and I have known each other since we were 12 years old, and we've been married for almost 30 years. So, we're obviously best friends. She's my wife, and we had too much to drink, and whatever happened that night happened. But yeah, that was it, and it was done.
Dana, the final thing, you say whatever happened that night happened. Do you remember it?
No, I don't remember a lot. So no. Obviously, this thing, it's one of those situations. It's embarrassing for both of us, but more importantly, what we're more concerned about are our kids. What we're concerned about. Listen, nobody knows you better than your kids know you. They grow up in your house with you. They see everything. They hear everything. They know everything. And everybody always asks me, questions about, well, do I care about this? Do I care about that? And my question is always the same. My legacy and all this other stuff with work doesn't mean anything to me. It's all about your family, It's about your wife and kids, and in this situation too. Like I'm saying, everybody's going to have an opinion. We're just worried about our family and focused on our kids right now. But me and my wife are cool. We're good.
Now, Dana White in the clip, obviously that you just watched, pretty much said that everything is okay and that they apologize to each other and that everything's back to normal and that he has no excuse for how he handled the situation. So I have to give Dana props for owning up to the situation. And it seems to be something that, died there. And, we'll never know what fully happened or what they said because, it's behind closed doors. It's family matter. It's personal matter, as it should be. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button and also subscribe. This has been Mr. Amazo, and I am out.